Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Rita Valente, and welcome to Women Manifesting Dreams. Jessie is in Belgium. That is a country that have lovely people and great French fries, great Belgian fries. I welcome to here. Thank you so much for being my first guest on this morning. For me, morning, for you, afternoon. Tell us who you are, what you do, and where you're based. I told already, but
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I just love your energy and being here, and me being your first guest in the morning, and you already having this energy. I'm all for it. Just know that. And then, yes, based in Belgium, and like you said, we have the best French fries, but we also have the best chocolate, and people say I don't drink alcohol, but the best beer. We have so many bests. So yeah, come to Belgium, you guys, and come and say hi.
and Belgian people are the best. I
Thank
never lived
you.
in Belgium, but I had amazing experiences touring in Belgium. So yeah,
Oh, I
100%.
love it. But I hear that from a lot of artists that they love coming to Belgium to perform. I don't know why, but I take it as a compliment.
Yeah, you should. And what do you do, my love?
Well, I'm actually also a coach, but what do I do? I focus on female entrepreneurs and female professionals in general
Mhm.
to build their self-image and mostly build a personal brand so they can be, you know, they can sell themselves, sell quote unquote, because people don't see me, but I'm doing quote unquote, sell yourself in a way that you want to represent yourself, not what you think society should
I love
tells you
it.
to do and all those things, but who you truly are and be confident while doing it. That's my thing.
I love it. I am on a moment that I'm changing my brand. And I used to have very beautiful techno photos, very strong, like male energy.
Mm-hmm.
And at this moment in my life, I'm much more connected with my feminine energy. So I'm going to be rebranding all my brands. So we need to talk.
Yeah.
Uh, what is your story? Why you start doing that? What is the story behind?
Well, actually, just like you, I have a pretty artistic background, uh, totally different than DJing, but a different background. I actually started as a dancer and a choreographer and a dance teacher. Then I went on to becoming a stylist, to then becoming a model agent. And what all those things had in common, the day I was like, okay, what do I want to do with my life? I know it's not that, but what do I want to do with my life? I really had to rethink my whole past. What is the red thread? And actually, the red thread when I was a dance teacher with the teenagers, when I was a model agent, teaching all the models how to walk on Fashion Week, how to pose on pictures for editorials, brands. And when I dressed women, the one thing that lit me up the most was how I made them feel, how confident they became, and how empowered they became because of what we did together. And then I was like, shit, that is my jam. And therefore I was like, okay, how can I incorporate all of that in a job that I decide to do? And that's how I became what I became.
And how was to jump for coaching?
How was the jump?
Yeah, how you start.
Scary, first of all.
Oh my God. I start my day realizing a very dumb realization. But yesterday I signed up because coaches need coaches.
Yeah.
And yesterday I signed up with a coach. And I was feeling like, no, I'm traveling. I'm going to Madrid. I'm traveling with my cat. It's going to be an adventure. And then I arrive to Madrid and I'm going to take some days off. And, all the talk.
Mm-hmm.
And she was saying, you are just with fear. And my brain was saying, and you just want to sell.
Yeah.
And, you know, and then I realized, wait a second, she's right. Because it's not the amount of money was not a big thing, but I was stuck in fear. And then it's so beautiful when you are stuck in fear, but you can go through.
Exactly. And you know what I noticed also? There's the other side of fear. And that's what I had for a while. And nobody talks about that a lot. It's when you decide to take action and you do what you want to do, sometimes you overdo things because of fear. For example, my case,
Overgiving.
I didn't take care of myself anymore. I was just working, fear that I wouldn't succeed, fear that I would fail. And therefore, I forgot about me. And I actually, why I love being here now, because I actually am coming out of a pretty dark space because I didn't take care of myself at all.
That was exactly what did happen to me. So with COVID, I started coaching social media for artists and coaches, and I overwork. I was working 18 hours a day. I was doing the European market, the American market. I was doing everything at the same time, and I burned myself out. And I realized I had this thing, I need to work. And it's really interesting. And one thing that I do with tapping is tapping around. It's not, I found this for someone else, but is the more fun I have, the more money I make, the more rest I take, the more money I make. And it's not what I have been doing on the last couple of weeks, but I know because I'm going to take some days off during the move. So I am stuck on that, still working on that. Did you overgive? Did you undersell your products? Did you struggle with asking for money?
I struggled, but quickly I took coaching because, as you said, we coaches, we're not experts in everything, right? I am an expert in what I do, but I'm not an expert in everything in business. Otherwise, I would be superhuman. I'm not superhuman, right? So I had big limiting beliefs about money because I come from a social background. So I lived in social housing. We didn't have any money. So I didn't have any connections. My family doesn't have any connections. And of course, with a background like that, you have limiting beliefs in regards of money. So of course, in the beginning, it was difficult, but because I took action quickly in getting help, I went through that quite quickly, weirdly, maybe quicker than other people. But of course, sometimes the only thing that is still to this day struggling for me is when people ask me face to face, when I'm not in my environment, not in control of, I need to think about, okay, Jessie, no, this is a normal conversation. I have to take myself in a place where I'm back in control. So, you know, as you're that type of coach, that it's a lifetime process. Things come back, you work on things, but they might come back one day and you recognize them at least and you work on them. Well, now, you know, once you get through another thing, there's another thing popping up and you're like, damn, I thought I went through that. So yeah, in the beginning, quite easy. And now I see other little things popping up where I get to work through, which is amazing.
What is amazing? I cannot take the eyes out of your chair. Your chair is amazing. Sorry for if you are just listening to this podcast.
You know what? IKEA.
I love it. I don't have IKEA in Mexico, so it's really frustrating.
Oh, and but I love the chair because
it keeps myself minimalist to the extreme. What kind of offers do you have on the place now for people to work with you?
Well, right now, my main focus is one-on-one. Why? Because I burnt myself out with the group coachings. That's where I mostly burned myself out. I did everything on my own because I thought I was superhuman. And I was just tired. I love group coaching, but as I'm in the process of healing myself, in the sense of taking care of myself, I decided to really work privately with people. And then I do workshops and presentations and talks. And then I have an offer, how do you call it? A course, but where I'm not present, a whole course to get yourself and your business out of hiding, and getting seen. So I work and the business mindset sides and styling and how to be on camera, on photos and video. So that's what my course is all about. So if people are struggling with this, that's what I do.
I love it. We need to, you will see then what I do. It's really a great piece for you to use it as well. What kind of people are working with you?
I've noticed that I attract, what I keep telling my clients is, please, and it's all the contrary of all the marketing coaches, all the business coaches. It's unpopular opinion what I'm going to say now, but my thought is, you don't need to know who your ideal client is. Yes. I hate this. It's who do you like talking to?
Niche down.
Yeah.
But you know what I found out? I found out then if your strategy, your framework is a very specific one, like you have it, you don't need to niche down.
Exactly.
But if you are doing fitness, then you need to find something unique on you so you can tell stories.
Exactly. But then you attract the people you need to attract by being you. That's why I said, don't waste time on thinking your ideal client. Do what you love, talk how you love talking, and those people will come to you without you even having to think 1,000 years about who is my freaking ideal client. And people get stuck and don't take action.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, right.
So, but the people I attract more are go-getters that are stuck. So our female entrepreneurs, just like us, who are going for it. That doesn't mean they're not scared, but who are willing to go for it. And it's weird because I go from coaches to artists to people who have products, and actually quite a lot in the health and in graphic design and everything also.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
And so do you tell them where should they pick up clothes for the photos?
In their wardrobe, first of all. I work firstly with what you already have, because you have a lot of shit that is good.
I don't, but maybe you're right.
I think you do.
No,
truly.
I don't. I have like 20 pieces of, I came to Mexico for a few days. I never went back. So I have like
20 sorry, pieces. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I have 20 pieces of clothes. I don't have clothes anymore. I have like t-shirt. I have, but it's really interesting that. And what is next for you?
Next, I love where I'm going next, because I'm B2C now, business to consumer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna go B2B also. That's a thing that I'm missing, that I always love doing, like going to groups of business people and making them feel stronger, more beautiful, more confident. It's not because you're an employee that you should feel like crap, or that you don't compare yourself to someone else, you know. So my next step right now is also going B2B.
I love it. And where can people find you online?
I am having so much fun on TikTok and on Instagram. Of course, Facebook too. Actually, I'm pretty much everywhere. But if you're on TikTok, come and join me on TikTok. If you're on Instagram, come and join me on Instagram. If you're on LinkedIn, come and join me on LinkedIn. And then I have a Facebook group. Yeah, so I'm pretty much everywhere.
Yeah, but tell us how they find you.
So it's _ Jessie Vo, Jessie IE. So it's JESSIEVO _ Jessie Vo. Actually, it's my real name but it was too complicated to always say it. So I just said Vo, but it's Van Asselt. But people were gonna say, what? So I just said Vo.
You are right. Tell us a dream that you did manifest in your life already.
A dream I manifested in my life was actually a few. Working in fashion with no money, no connections, nothing, and going to New York Fashion Week, being at the Chanel show, crazy things. That's one thing. Another thing that I actually weirdly didn't consciously manifest, because why? I'm going to tell you a quick story. I felt ugly really my whole life, pretty much my whole life. Since I was 12, I had a friend of mine tell me, Jessie, you're ugly, but not in a bully way, in a way where he just...
friends.
Yeah, but he just needed to tell me. I don't know why. Maybe, whatever the reason was, we were 12.
Poor Jessie.
Yeah, well, those 3 words changed my whole life, my whole view of myself.
Oh God, I'm so
truly. But actually, it became a good thing. But therefore, I never thought I was someone. I never dressed feminine. I never went to guys. I never, I was never the beautiful girl. First of all, in my mind, of course, but I'm average. We have to say things how it is in societal standards, right? I'm not talking about personality and blah, blah, blah. I'm average, which is okay. But being average and thinking you're ugly, of course, you're never going to be feminine and going to guys and blah, blah, blah. But that doesn't mean that I didn't want to have a beautiful life with a later husband and blah, blah, blah. And I think that unconsciously, I manifested that so much that I was one of the first to getting married and having children. And I was the one that said, no, I have time, no, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I'm with a wonderful man that understands my craziness, all my weirdness, and that made me feel more beautiful than ever. So it's weird how unconsciously.
Yeah. I think you are beautiful. And you have this juiciness, this style. I can feel like I'm seeing the jackets there. Yeah. And I'm like, wow, that have everything what I did need now when I arrive to Europe. I want to dress up with style, because when you are in the heat, believe me, the last thing you want to do is dress up.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We are going to be talking, me and you. What is the secret for manifesting? To manifesting?
The secret to manifesting is, for me, it's believing it deep down. Even if you think you don't deserve it, you still get to believe it. And a lot of times I actually believed, why couldn't I? The why couldn't I? That means that you believe already unconsciously, even if you are still afraid to say it out loud. And I think we forget that a lot in manifesting. We forget a lot that it's not always about saying, yes, I am gonna, it's gonna be. No, sometimes it's just a question, why couldn't it be for me? That means that it's already an opening. So once you open it, you can be unstoppable.
A message to your younger self.
You will feel beautiful one day. and you will manifest actually everything you desire for, because everything that I ever wanted, I have it in life.
So beautiful, Jessie.
Oh, thank you.
I'm in love with you.
Oh, thank you so much.
A quote for us to end. Can we give us a quote?
It's actually a quote that I love about business,
Mhm.
because a lot of, especially women, have a hard time with this thing. And that's the thing I say the most to everyone, client or no client. I don't care. Everyone needs to hear this. Your business, your rules, but actually you can apply it to your life. Your life,
your
your
role.
rules.
High
Stop being
five.
afraid. Yeah. High five.
High five. Oh, my dear, thank you so much. I'm going to say bye to these people listening to us and watching us, and I'm going to say bye to you properly, my love.
Oh,
This
thank you.
was episode number 8 of Women
Woohoo!
Manifesting Dreams. I love the number 8 with Jessie Vo here
Yeah.
from Belgium, near one of my favorite place in the world. Then is Amsterdam, where I lived, and Belgian people are amazing. You just prove my point again. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being listening and watching. Don't forget to subscribe. My name is Rita Valente. This is Women Manifesting Dreams, and I see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.